These are no ordinary battlefield stories, and these are no ordinary soldiers. These are testaments to the strength of the American spirit. These are answers to the call of freedom, and these are the brave servants who faithfully sacrifice their all for God and for country. I'm Ken Warren, and I'm proud to be hosting Frontline Faith. A young man named Joe Fritcher decided to join the Navy. A strong boy, one of 4 children, Joe enlisted and began training as a sailor. His younger brother enlisted 1 week later.
And we went through, and the second week I was in boot camp, I was out on the grinder and I looked up and there he was. And I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "You beat me by a week."
The 2 Fritcher boys would follow each other through training and onto the USS California, a battleship that would be stationed at beautiful Pearl Harbor.
The attack started and we took 2 torpedoes and 1 bomb.
Joe and his brother manned their battle stations in an attempt to defend the ship. The California, however, would be blasted by torpedoes and bombs and would sink into the harbor. When word reached home, a grim message would be sent to the Fritcher family.
See, we reported killed at Pearl Harbor. And they sent them a telegram, and they had a memorial service there at our hometown for us. But my dad and brother, they didn't go. Dad says, "It's not so. Those boys are alive."
Joe Fritcher continued to search for his lost brother among the startled survivors. With hope almost lost, out of the crowd, Joe sees his brother.
We had machine guns, and we were going to rig a machine gun there where the ferry landed and man it. And where the ferry landing was, there stood my brother. He said, "We'll get him."
Joe and his brother were separated after Pearl Harbor. They served on different vessels through the end of the war. Joe Fritcher would complete the promise made by him and his brother by being aboard the USS Astoria at the Battle of Midway, where the Japanese naval fleet was defeated and sunk. Both Fritcher boys returned home after the war to their family. History is the proving ground of heroes. Only the passage of time will reveal the true measure of their sacrifice.